Thank you, Tom, for that really useful introduction to the building blocks. Next slide, please. Thank you. So today it is my pleasure to welcome you to the very first training webinar produced by the E-Archiving building block. But before we actually look at content of today's webinar, I just wanted to say a few words about the E-Archiving building block itself. Because I'm sure there's a few of you out there who are thinking, what exactly does the E-Archiving building block actually do? Next slide, please. So the E-Archiving building block was created in late 2018, and it provides a set of specifications and tools for transmitting, describing, and preserving digital data, all of which can be found on the building block website, which you saw on the previous slide. In terms of the variety of services that we provide, we maintain technical specifications like the common specification for information packages that we're going to be looking at today. We provide open source tools that you can download and use right away. We have compliance and validation services that ensure that specifications are followed. We have a service desk. We are developing a training offering of which this webinar is a part. We have outreach and community engagement activities, and all of this revolves around data preservation, reuse, migration, and trust. Next slide, please. So today's webinar is part of the Building Blocks training offer. And our training is very much based on actual user requirements. We pride ourselves on listening to the community. And one of the most important tools that we use to understand the community's needs is our user needs survey. Next slide, please. So, if you're listening today and have not completed this survey, please have a look. And if you can, please fill it in. For us, this survey is not some tick box exercise. It's actually a critical tool for understanding the training that the community actually needs and what we need to do as a building block to accommodate that need. From your perspective, it gives you an opportunity to influence the kind of training that's provided. So overall, this is really important. Next slide, please. So in terms of the training, the core training will be delivered in the form of webinars like this one, video-based training, training modules in Moodle. And the content will include things like the core specification that we're looking at today, key content information type specifications like those for database and geospatial data, validation and compliance, end-to-end e-archiving systems such as RODA and S-ARK, and database preservation tools. So there's a lot to look forward to over the coming months. Next slide, please. So the webinars are part of a broader range of outreach activities that include things like workshops and presentations at conferences. We also have a LinkedIn group, which you can see on the screen. We've got a Twitter tag. So again, please sign up to the social media if you haven't done so already. Next slide, please.